Hi, Biffs.
Hey, Beth.
Dear Abby.
Dear Kiki.
Captain.
Red flag. Desperate housewife.
Pinot Grigio.
Doesn't want to marry you.
Power.
Love you like I love you.
Wine.
Don't talk to yourself.
Cheers, Biff. Cheers.
Ill-advised.
Ill-advised. This is Ill-advised.
Hi, Beth.
Hello.
Hello and welcome.
Welcome to Ill-advised.
The podcast where two best friends tell you what to do when someone else already has.
Like your therapist.
And not your sommelier.
What's a sommelier?
It's the wine experts.
God damn it.
The ones that swish and spit.
Clearly I'm not one because I swallow.
If you were expecting to hear that, you've landed on the right podcast. Sorry, Pops.
Now what?
I think we've welcomed everyone.
Should we just drink now?
I don't know.
Can we skip to that?
Should we? I am thirsty. Let's reverse the order today, shall we? Okay, let's do wine
Let's
first.
do it. I like our
All right.
bottle anyway.
I do too.
It looks like a little bottle of bourbon.
Yeah, it's a little chode wine.
Yeah. Lord knows I love a chode.
Amen to that. Just kidding. So this is a wine I've never had before. The variety, all of it. Susumaniello. It's an Italian wine. Ruggero di Bardo. And it says, Va dove ti porta il vento. Whatever that means. And that's all it says.
Susu.
Maniello.
I
says
call
red
me
wine.
hello, baby Susu.
Aw, my mom calls my sister Baby Sue.
Really?
Or Sue, yeah.
What?
Yeah. Hold on. There's
like
more
funny.
info on this wine.
Oh.
I took a picture of the label at Trader Joe's.
Ah.
I'm a Trader Joe's bitch now, you know.
I'm not surprised.
It was on the way home.
Who's Joe and why he his bitch?
Because we like to trade.
What are you trading? I really like this bottle.
Wine. So this is an exclusive wine to Trader Joe's. It says fresh and fruity, berries and red fruit, aromatic herbs on the nose, elegant, powerful, with ripe tannins, long finish. I don't know what any of that means,
But
let's get ripe and
here's to
long. That face is great. It's
No, I
actually
do.
really juicy.
I do like it.
It's a little sweet, but like it's nice.
I like it. I just need a couple more sips, I think.
I actually do enjoy it. I would drink this. But this is one that I would drink in the summer by the fire if I didn't have white wine.
I do like it.
Yeah.
Yep.
You stopped making that face.
Yeah. I told you I needed 3 more sips.
You said 2.
3 total.
Yeah, I would give it like a 3.5.
I want a big antipasto salad with this one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This is not a porn.
Food porn.
I was just feeling the antipasto.
Yeah. Biff's on a diet, by the
Oh,
way.
my God. It's not so much a diet because all I do is eat.
I know. What the fuck?
It's just I'm eating the right foods.
I know. You're an asshole.
When I really just want a fucking pizza.
Yeah, but instead you cheat with chicken thighs. You're fired. I am finding
You need a new co-host.
Yeah, exactly.
I think you can find one on eBay.
A thickle
A
one.
thickle hobost. Forget it.
That too. Thickle hobost.
Okay. So how you doing, Beth? This is exactly what I needed today. I'll just preface with that.
Today's a gray, rainy,
Yeah.
stay in bed all day and Netflix day.
Yeah.
So I think my body's responding to that.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah. It's like, even my daughter this morning was like, man, don't look at me. And I was like, babe, I'm with you. Let's not look at each
look
other.
at me back.
Yeah. Like, let's look at the movie instead.
You need something, find a way to get it.
like I'm with you. I won't look at you. So I think that's,
yeah, we're feeling what's going on outside.
yeah. Other than that, I'm pretty stable, I guess.
I like stable.
Yeah. I have a week off from school this week.
You're all caught up. You're all done. You finished a class.
I have one assignment left, but it's an easy one that I'll get done tonight. And after that, I got a week off before the new term.
Well, then let's cheers to that.
Let's.
Yes, for sure. Worth it. This is really good.
It is. It is juicy.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I am a big old crabby bitch today. I will not sugarcoat it. I will not lie to
Big
our
old
listeners.
cunt.
Big old cunt. sorry. I can't get past that. Notorious BOC.
I know. We need those t-shirts.
We really do.
Yeah.
We need merch.
We do.
I'm wearing one. I'm wearing two.
Yeah, that hat looks super cute on you.
Thank you very much.
When you walked in this morning with your hoodie and that hat, I was like, oh, you look like a hot man.
Oh,
like
I've never looked like one
check
before.
You out.
I know, finally you're looking at my eyes.
Yeah, like, wow, he's got a really good face. I never realized my best friend was so attractive.
But how am I doing now? I'm doing better. Oh my God. Yeah, no, I'm just crabby. And I think it is the weather. Like I told you. On Dear Kiki, one of our favorites.
Kiki, are you riding?
This is why.
Are you pegging?
Are you pegging? This is the question, right? So this is this is 2015 from the Little Village. November 18th, Little Village Mag. Dear Kiki, how do I talk? Oh, sorry. I guess I misread this. All right. Remember how I told you you're going to love this question?
Yeah.
Okay. Dear Kiki, how do I talk my boyfriend into trying pegging? Our relationship so far has been heteronormative, if you will. Signed, Persuasive Top.
That's it?
That's it. That's why I was laughing. I was like, you wrote 2 lines. And then you signed it Persuasive Top.
Super persuasive.
Sold.
You know. How about that?
Ta-da! He's a bottom. So if he's trying pegging, I'm going to guess that our writer is a female. Safe to say?
Hetero?
Heteronormative.
That's male, female?
Yep. And if she's trying to talk her boyfriend into pegging.
But persuasive top?
Right. That's how she's trying to be. She's trying to be a persuasive top. She wants to peg him, is my guess.
Does she have her leg cut off?
Fuck you.
Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Pegging.
Right.
Pegging is with an amputated limb. Are you kidding me? I'm Googling this. Because
I'm ready to fucking jump into this
you guys,
question.
please tell me if...
No.
Hold on before you start this question.
Fucking dead.
Listen, why do you think I laughed so hard?
Oh my God. I'm dying. Go ahead, Biff. What's pegging?
No, I really thought it was not that.
You literally just insulted every American hero ever. Thank you for the service to our country. I hope you find a viable hole.
Peg leg.
I get it. I understand. But still.
But something I saw.
So if they blew off their arm, they couldn't peg?
something- No. They would. That's what was my understanding of
Biff,
pegging.
why don't you
was.
inform our listeners what's pegging?
Pegging. Sexual practice. Pegging is a sexual practice in which a woman performs anal sex on a man by penetrating his anus with a strap-on dildo.
Congratulations. You have been
Pegged.
you've been initiated into the coming of age.
You've been pegged.
You have not been pegged.
You've
Well, in
not
theory,
been pegged
sure.
by a limb, an amputee. I swear to God,
That's what
my whole life
and we had
that I've ever heard of
episode
pegging.
10, we talked with Jenny and Kelly about pegging, and literally I need to go back and listen to that
Because
episode.
I don't think I think I might have had a sidebar with Jenny during that conversation because I do not recall pegging
Oh my God.
for my whole life. My understanding
being
of
the operative word.
pegging
Or maybe peg.
has been specifically Because I saw that one. This girl's leg was cut off and this guy was in a swing.
Yep, I know exactly what you're talking about because I think we saw it together.
When we were like 12.
Yep, and it
so
was like...
from 12 to now, pegging is that. That's why I was super...
Oh my God. Does she have a missing limb? I don't know. I don't think so, but let's find out.
Can we reread the question now that my understanding is different?
Dear Kiki, how do I talk to my boyfriend about... how do I talk my boyfriend into trying pegging? Our relationship so far has been heteronormative, if you will. Signed, Persuasive Top.
If you will. So is this like a gay couple that like they just do one?
No, heteronormative, just if you will, means like it's been our typical, because it's in quotes. So my takeaway is that it's like, it's been our typical like hetero relationship. Like, he fucks my vagina, I ass on his D, he motorboats my labia, life's great.
Got it.
Sorry, Pops.
That's very descriptive.
This is very descriptive. All right, you want the response on this, or do you want to give some feedback?
I gave all the feedback I need to give. I have nothing else, Your Honor.
I wish I had a gavel.
Stand corrected.
I wish I had a gavel for you to peg me with. Okay. This is too funny.
Do you have anything?
How do I talk my boyfriend into trying pegging? I don't think you need to talk him into it. I think you need to talk to him about it and let him make a decision. Because no is an answer. Let's just put that out there. This applies to men also.
Amen to that.
No is an answer.
This also applies to peg legs.
Yes. If he doesn't want to shove
if he doesn't
his
want to
knee
swing
to
bang.
thigh, if he doesn't want to swing bang, if he doesn't want his upper arm to shoulder in you, you're waiting for something else before you take a sip.
Yes.
I'll allow it.
Okay.
Go on.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You know what, Biff? We haven't cheersed yet,
We
so
haven't
let's just
cheersed.
no. We're just gonna
Cheers to swing
cheers
banging.
to pegging. Swing pegging. Which is what we remember. Swing pegging.
Cheers to swing pegging.
Damn. Yeah, that's my answer. Talk to him about it. Let him know it's something you're interested in.
What if
he
she
says
did,
no,
and that's why
respect it.
she's saying, how do I convince
How
him?
do I convince him? You talk to him about the male G-spot. Listen, he says no. As long as you don't cross the boundary physically, there's no harm in talking about it.
As long as you don't peg him while he's sleeping.
That's right. We've had
Please
this
don't.
conversation.
Please don't.
Yeah, please don't
I've had a
always have his
surprise.
permission.
I've had a
Surprise pegging.
backdoor sneak attack.
Guerrilla
Fucking
tactics.
no fun. No fucking.
No fucking fun.
No fucking fun.
Same girl. Same. No fucking fun.
All the lube in the world. Wasn't.
Sometimes it's not enough.
It was not.
No. No amount of lube or Crisco will prepare you for a good time.
Or.
That was Crisco, asshole.
That's why I said it. Do you want to tell him about the time you
I
swung
don't
bung?
want to talk about the time I got swung bunged.
You have to now.
I can't.
Guys, email us. You've been advised at Gmail.
Oh,
If you want to hear about Ray's swung bunging adventure with Crisco.
swung bunging. Yes. Fucking Crisco. And composure again. Yeah. How do you talk him into it? Just, tell him about the male G-spot, all those nerve endings, the tickling of his pickling, and
Well, it's not
Such.
tickling his pickle.
no, actually, once you hit that G-spot, you don't know what you're getting tickled with. It's true. It's all about that prostate, that walnut-shaped thing right behind everything.
Sounds interesting.
It's just a bump. That's all it is.
But you specified walnut.
That's because that's what the books say. It's about the size of a walnut.
Is there a swung bung book?
There is. Yes, you can find it at Barnes & Noble in the swung bung section. Right
Is
next
that near
to the
pegging?
health. No, it's next to the health and fitness books.
Health and fitness peg in your
Fitness
leg.
in your leg.
Yeah.
Shut
Peg
up.
leg.
So how about we get to the answer here?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have no response for this. No official
I didn't
response.
even know what it was, so I can't help you.
Okay, this one's a little lengthy. Hi, honey. Oh, how fun. I love pegging.
Okay, Kiki.
If there's a common thread to my advice thus far, it's been expanding the context in which you move about. I think it's going to be a lot easier to broach the subject if you already have a vibrant conversation going about what you like and dislike sexually. I would begin by creating that context first, drawing on your own self-reflection. Think through why you're into pegging. Are you into the idea of control, pleasuring your partner in a new way, or just trying new things? A little of everything? I think having a rationale is always useful when setting out to persuade and will determine what kind of conversation you have. For instance, I hate that we just
definitely did that
we
at the same time.
both moved our heads and made direct eye contact. For instance, if pegging is really tied to gender roles and power dynamics for you, then the conversation might be about your feelings about gender roles generally. If it's about exploration, the conversation may be about how important playfulness is to you. Honestly, lots of people have hang-ups about their butts. Yeah, it's an aside. See? It's a little carve out.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
you're
figured
welcome.
that.
However, but they don't know.
I think she should be dating a woman. Peg them all day.
Okay. All right, hold on. However, I can already guess which obstacles there may be. The association with male homosexuality and body shame. Gee, you don't say. Anal penetration is historically associated with gay male and straight female receivers and male penetrators. And for many straight men, being a receiver is not part of the sexual vocabulary. This isn't just a straight dude thing. Queer women also tend to ignore the back door, and it's a damn shame. The second obstacle, body shame, is less gendered. Honestly, lots of people have hang-ups about their butts. Here's where things get tricky, honey. In my mind, both of those aversions are reasonable considering our socialization, but irrational in our absolute sense. Bending over for your girlfriend doesn't make you gay, and butts are pretty. And at the end of the day, I'm guessing your sex life is about pleasure and intimacy, not exposure therapy. I do think that creating a context where things can be felt and named may loosen him up.
No,
But ultimately, this may still be a no-go. If, however, he expects you to be anally penetrated, I'm not a fan. Have fun, XOXO Kiki.
have fun, she said.
She's all about pegging and not being pegged.
Well, that just sounds odd.
Equality for the win, motherfucker. No, I get it. It's the same in the gay world. Some like getting pegged, some don't. Some expect both. In my opinion, everyone should expect both. That's what I'm saying.
I feel like that's fair, but I'm not going to speak because I'm not a gay
You're
man.
pretty close.
To which?
A gay man.
Well, I like men, so...
That's right.
Are you calling me manly?
No, I don't know any manly gay men.
Actually, is really good response.
I hope they're not listening. I'm just going to be like, oh, yeah, no, I didn't mean you, sweetie.
Great high heels, though.
Yeah, look great. Yes. Yeah, I guess I didn't think about responding in terms of gender roles and, you know, sexual ideals. I just was thinking about the actual question, which is like, how do I talk them into it? Which I don't think necessarily was addressed in the response here. Right?
Didn't she say... Excuse me. I thought she said to talk about it or whatever.
Well, she said that it would become a conversation of something else, like those dynamics of power or gender roles.
There was... Yes. Okay. That reminded me that there was... I really liked that she said to, like, what about pegging? Like, are you...
Right.
Right.
What is it about it that's
Right. Drawing
pleasure for
to
you.
it. Yeah. Is it like a power thing? Is it a pleasure thing? Is it a pleasing thing? Is it a dominant thing? That I didn't think about. And I think that is a really good point. Like,
It's a great lens.
because there's other ways to get, I feel like, so I've talked probably a million times about how I've been raised super traditional sex.
Take note, everyone.
Any guy I've ever dated would like kill me just for like bringing this up, let alone like,
That's true.
hey, can I do this? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I really liked the perspective of like, maybe it's not about specifically that,
Mm-hmm.
for her, where it's like maybe she just likes to be more dominant in bed, or she knows that like this could be very pleasurable for him because of the male walnut in their bowl.
The walnut.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That really jumped
Right.
out for me. That like,
So the only thing
or
I can
maybe
relate to this
got a
is
kink for swing bonging.
swing, bung, bung, swing. To me, it's I derive a lot of my pleasure from giving pleasure.
Your walnut.
My walnut. No, not my walnut.
You derive a lot of pleasure from your walnut.
I wish. Because that walnut's magic, bro. I'm not going to lie to you.
So you're not having the right sex if you
I'm
wish.
apparently not having the right sex. Not having
Sex?
Sex?
Hey, Greta.
Mom, I'm not having sex.
Text him back again right
Text
now.
me back, Ma. No, I do, a lot of my pleasure comes from giving and seeing the reaction. It's not so much
Getting them off gets you off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say 90% of my pleasure. And so like that's the only thing I can kind of relate here, where it's kind of like this writer in particular sees the potentials for pleasure for this person.
Right. Like this is a whole new walnut here.
It's a whole new walnut. Just fell off the tree. And, there's a potential here. But really, that's the only lens I have to go off of, other than pegging and not pegging.
Yeah,
It's
because
not really
like,
considered pegging for us. It's just called gay sex.
butt sex.
We swung bung. Swing bang, bung swung, swang bang.
We're professional walnut pickers.
That's right. No, we're not picking walnuts. We're poking them to see if they're full.
We're professional walnut pokers.
That's right. It's
Professional
an internal
poking
temperature.
walnuts.
It's internal temperature.
Walnuts. This
I don't know.
walnut. This nut's ready.
This one's ready. Yep.
This nut's ready.
Extract.
Peg.
Peg. Keep poking. I really don't have much more feedback on this one. I think Kiki did a good job kind of dancing around it, but I don't think that there's a response to it that I would actually...
Yeah, I would be curious to know what, for the writer, it is
Right.
more geared towards.
I kind of want them to write us. This one
like,
is...
no, I have a fetish for putting a strap-on in a man's
swung
walnut.
bung,
or
playing pool with his
like the
prostate.
idea of being dominant, or I know this could potentially really rock his world. And
Yeah.
like,
Men, if you're listening, doubt it. But if you are,
what's those nuts?
be exploratory. No pun intended. But those nuts. Just be exploratory. Like, there is a whole lot of pleasure to be derived from prostate stimulation. And that's all I'm going to say.
From one man to another.
Because I know you ain't listening. That's
One
right.
walnut
Our
to
demographic is
another.
women 18 to 34.
So
You're almost out, Biff.
that means you're almost out, Biff.
You're closer than I am.
Okay, but you're right behind me.
But I'm not a woman.
But you're
I'm
right
close.
behind
Yeah,
me.
I'm right behind you.
Walnut.
Hitting that prostate.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so this one is called I Caught My Boss Watching Porn. What now? This was 2017.
I need so much context here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're already... Okay, stop scanning. Read.
No, I just read the sign-off name and it's fucking hysterical.
Excellent. I can't wait to die laughing.
2 weeks ago, I was working late and I popped into my boss's office to say goodnight.
This is already wonderful.
As I entered, I caught him streaming a video of the erotic variety. He slammed his laptop shut. I quickly said goodbye and we never spoke of it again. Since then, he's been extremely awkward with me, avoiding our regular one-on-one meetings and refusing to make eye contact in the lunchroom, which is making me feel even more uncomfortable. How can I fix this? Signed, Natural Porn Killer. Yep.
That's wonderful.
Yep.
So he didn't catch him doing the 5-knuckle shuffle.
Doesn't
from what I am gathering.
Right, yeah. Just said caught him streaming a video of the erotic variety.
How do you tell your boss, who probably has a policy against this, that you probably signed?
Well, in his defense, it said he was working late, so it could have been after office hours.
Yeah, I don't care. How do you...
I know. I just was...
Like, he's got a policy against it. Like, I would just be like, hey, I was sitting at my desk the other day and I was really thinking about it and, I wanted to see what all the fuss was about. So I visited that website that you were on. And yeah, she's got some great Kegels.
Yeah.
Like what? I don't know what to do. I
well,
think
you're super professional when you need to be, especially in like your line of
I'm
work
in
and
human
stuff.
resources.
That's what I mean.
How do I yell at the CEO?
So how are you handling it?
2 hands.
Okay, we know Chonker.
10 knuckles. Such a bitch.
Not as the boss, as the worker who just walked in.
How do I...
I'm not a professional person, so I like...
There's nothing professional about... Even if you were a professional, there is nothing professional about you.
I know. And I get away with it, which is amazing.
It's wonderful.
It is. Natural porn killer.
I think I'd just be like, hey, do you have a minute? Close the door. Listen, I realize that I ran into this. I acknowledge that we have a policy against this, so I'm not going to say anything, but I really just want to clear the air between us.
You would bring up a policy thing?
I would say it only to... I put myself in the other person's shoes.
Even if it's like after...
It doesn't matter.
The office is closed.
And
you're the boss.
Hypocrisy is hypocrisy. Like, if you have a policy and you walk in... First of all, we don't know...
Do all policies say this?
Say what?
Like, are all job places have
that's why I say I'm like, maybe you signed off on it. There's usually an IT agreement.
What if there wasn't a policy on this? Because I feel like that doesn't have anything to do with that.
This day and age, there's always an IT policy, which includes internet use.
I know, but this person's just talking about like things are super fucking weird now. How do I fix this?
Well, that's why I'm saying like, like putting myself in the other person's shoes, being like, I'm your superior. I'm supposed to be setting an example. I feel awkward because of that. Maybe just as awkward as you having caught me watching 2 Girls, 1 Cup.
Goddamn terrible video.
So, and that's why I'm putting myself in that. But like, let's take the policy thing out of it. Like you're asking. I would just be like, do you have a minute?
Well, no, because
close the door.
This is why you're super professional. So I guess.
Yeah, to me, like
that's not something I think about.
There's always an IT policy about internet use for work purposes only. Like, there's no reason for you to be on Facebook, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
However,
makes sense.
If this was the CEO, he would have already had a block on these websites. So, but with explicit access for himself only.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to guess this is a startup. They don't have enough money for firewalls. Close the door. Just be like, I want to clear the air. I understand, I know that you recognized, or you're recognizing that I caught you in an awkward moment. And I just want to clear the air between the two of us because I feel like there's some awkward interactions. And I just want this to be swept under the rug. I'm not here to blow up your spot or tell anybody what's going on. I literally just want to be able to have a normal relationship with my boss.
Back to normal, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't think... I feel like if I was the boss and somebody came to me like that, I feel like I would feel worse.
But the boss is making it awkward by not making eye contact, by not acknowledging anything.
Yes,
like,
we're avoiding.
It'd be something different if the boss was just like business as usual.
Yeah, because then it wouldn't be awkward.
It wouldn't be awkward. But this one's going out of their way to make it awkward. So like, and maybe it's shame. Just be like, maybe I watched that one too.
That's what I was going to say. I feel like for me, I would like just make a little small joke one day, walk by him and be like, xhamster.com is better. And just like walk away.
xnxx.com. Let's get real. Unless you're getting like sex every minute of your life, you watch porn.
You still watch porn.
It's a fucking thing. We all do it. We're all proud of it.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, unless you're in the office, I guess.
Yeah, right. Unless you're still wearing your loafers.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, because you know how much I pay attention. Male, female, he, she, not specified.
It doesn't say at all.
It doesn't say at all. He doesn't make eye
He's
contact.
been extremely awkward with me, avoiding our regular one-on-one meetings and refusing to make eye contact in the lunchroom, which is making me feel even more uncomfortable.
It might stand to reason. Nope. Nix that. No reason. It might be appropriate for you to just be like, sir, what kind of porn was that? I've never seen.
Is that a real position?
Can you really stick something in your penis and have pleasure?
Have your wife ever tried that?
Did you know that was a thing? Sticking something in the male pee hole?
It feels good?
Not for me. Hell no.
Oh, I was going to say, I stuck a hair one time.
I was going to say, you've been there. Because I know this story.
And he did not like it.
He was sleeping, right?
No, I think it was like after, and
Sorry,
we were
Pops.
just kind of laying there and I was just, whatever, playing with him and just like, and I
Fondling.
got super curious about the male pee hole. So I took my hair and stuck it in his pee hole. He jumped so quick.
Lost his
What
shit.
the fuck was that? And I was like, you felt that? I was super surprised. I was not expecting the reaction that it
Yes.
got.
Apparently, it's called sounding. Like sticking rigid, narrow objects down it is a thing.
No shit.
Yeah. No. I could never. I couldn't. Even like if I'm getting a blowjob, like, and if like I feel the tongue flick on it, it's like, it's wonderful until like it gets a little bit too deep into it.
And
like,
it hurts?
yeah.
Okay, so this is like a very...
There's like a niche for this.
Okay.
Like there's a small subgroup, I think, make up maybe 5% of the world's
So do you
population.
think it's like the
peni.
type of people that like pain feels good to them and that's why they like it?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you.
Or do you think it's like butt sex at some point it starts to feel good? I don't know. I'm not speaking from experience.
Maybe.
Because I didn't get that far yet.
Maybe. I don't. That's fuck off. I can't answer that because I have no idea. I can't get in there.
Interesting.
I remember, so I've been getting tested during my physicals annually since I was in high school.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't have sex in high school, Mom. And so
Yeah, none of us did.
none of us did. So the old fashioned way of getting tested for gonorrhea, aka the clap, and a lot of other STDs, but the gonorrhea was the big one, was to get the little Q-tip
In the pee hole?
in the pee hole. It's literally like 2 inches in length. It has a little cotton swab at the end.
Have you
like
gotten
the
that back in
throat
high school?
swabs. I did. I had it done, and they twist it
Did you
while
want
it's
to
in
die?
there. I fucking wanted to die.
Did your toes curl though?
No.
So
No.
there was zero, like, this really hurts, but also feels kind of good.
No, there was no feels kind of good. You know, The Exorcist, when they have them tied up by the 4 points in the middle of their body rises up still?
Yes.
You know, that happened. Only I wasn't tied down. It was my duck.
Well, there's so many nerves there that
Yeah.
it makes sense.
Yeah, no, like a tongue on there is fine. That's
But
it.
not a tongue in there.
No, like surface level, like right in between. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's it. And now that I'm thinking about it, dicks are ugly.
You've been a gay man for how long?
Dicks are so
And you're
ugly.
just,
Ew.
wait, what? Vaginas are pretty?
No, those are
God,
worse. When we were in
Drooling
DR,
bulldogs.
when we were in DR, they had the Playboy channel was part of the, the cable package that they had.
Package.
It was like, it's a couple's resort, so I guess it makes sense.
Yeah.
But there's pictures of me like with one finger like open over my eyes.
Yeah.
Watching a straight porn. I'll show you the pictures Colin took them. Going like, what? That's what it looks like? Like it's been so long since I've
I was
seen a
gonna say,
vagina.
like, you don't have a child.
And I was like, why are you sucking it like that? Like whole mouth on it and comes back out and like the petals fall back down.
Well, it's been called a lot worse, so I guess I'd prefer the
I don't know what
petals.
else to call it. I would say labia, but it's just like labia majora. Is that what it is? The outside. I was just like, there's too much going on here. Please give birth.
Oh. That's really funny.
That's all you got. That's all I got.
I don't know how to follow
response
that.
to this?
Yeah.
Can we hear the response?
Yeah. So here's the naked truth. You can't. For now, sit tight and hope that in time, your boss quits acting like a weirdo. If he doesn't, your options are limited. And if you're the kind of person who thinks watching porn at work is moronic but innocuous, muster up the courage to say you're not offended by his adult activities and ask him if you can please just get past this. But if you think streaming anything less G-rated than cat videos should come with consequences, well, HR departments are filled with people who are trained to solve discomforting problems like these. Contact yours.
What I said.
Mm-hmm.
Literally. I'm HR.
Yeah.
I didn't say contact me. I don't want to know.
I do.
Imagine if
Contact me.
it's the CEO though, like how I would love to like ask, not bring him on the podcast because we don't have time to be bored, but like ask an HR professional, like the CEO did something against policy. How do you approach that? They own the company.
Yeah.
Do you approach that? I would, but I'm me.
Can you fire the owner of the company?
Technically,
It's like I'm the
no.
owner.
But if
So it's
there's
like
a
saying,
board, they can
I'm the
transfer.
parent.
They can transfer the control of the company.
I can cuss, but you can't.
Right. That's different.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Because if there's a board, there's a higher body that governs the direction of the organization. They have a say as to whether or not you remain CEO.
So what do you do if it isn't in policy,
Mm-hmm.
but like you're still super bothered by it and like, I just walked in on this man watching porn. Is there nothing you can do because it's not against any rules, but like now things are weird and uncomfortable in your work environment?
I don't know that there's nothing that you can do. it is in the best interest of the CEO to acknowledge and address the issue, even if there isn't a policy, because the sexual harassment exists whether or not you have a policy, and that counts.
So that would count as sexual harassment?
Because it's unwanted and unwelcomed. Because it has to do with the nature of sex, and because that employee literally doesn't even need to go to HR. They need to quit and find a lawyer and press charges.
No shit.
And that's
now
it.
I'm CEO, bitch.
Yep. Yeah, I'm Chio. We're Italian. How to Do It by the Slate.
So good.
With, I think it's Jessica Stoya and Rich Juzwiak. Rich, if you're listening, can you tell me how to pronounce your... Watch it be like Rich Stevens.
Right. With a J.
But it's spelled Juzwiak.
Yeah.
The first one that we have is, my neighbor caught me in a very compromising position. I can't believe how I reacted.
Go on.
This is from July 17th, 2022. Dear How to Do It. I'm a healthy 42-year-old male, currently single and open and adventurous sexually. For the first time in a decade, probably, I was caught masturbating by a neighbor who let herself into my discreet side yard looking for a missing cat.
She's the only one missing a cat.
Pussy. No, yours is way better. I won't go into all the details, but she saw everything, including me coming all over myself. She's funny and sexy and was clearly not distressed by the sight. It was an incredible orgasm for me, noticing her staring at me with a wry grin just as I was about to finish.
I'm dying.
Can you imagine, like,
I'm dying.
Trying to control your stream as you notice your neighbors watching you? I've never been particularly ashamed about masturbating. I have long enjoyed showing off for partners. I was a little surprised by how much I loved being startled so unexpectedly. The long and short of it is, I would love to safely explore getting off under such circumstances further, but I'm not sure how to. I'm not interested in hurting anyone or getting in any trouble or doing any damage to my good career or name. Can you offer any suggestions for exploring this kink safely? Eager to share.
I'm dying.
This is fantastic.
Yeah.
Fucking fantastic. I was looking for fucking when I was trying to say fantastic. Just gonna drink my wine.
I don't even... How do you... If you plan it, you can't be caught off guard. I mean, to an extent.
Is it the element of surprise? That's what I have to ask, right? So are you turned off by someone like walking in on you? Because then I agree with you. Or are you turned on because someone's surprised by walking in on you? Like you're getting caught, because that resonates with me.
Really?
Oh yeah. 100%. Like, if my boyfriend would one day, for the love of fucking God, say yes to hooking up at Marshall's, I would take him in the bathroom. How many places have we been like, do you want to go to the bathroom? Or like, we'll go in the car.
Real quick, yeah.
No. Goddamn people with good records.
I don't know. I just don't know. Because I'm curious if she responded differently, if he would have still had the enjoyment from it. You know what I mean?
He would have. He just probably would have. Well,
also, he mentioned that she was attractive. So if it was like your, older cat lady neighbor, would it still be a thing for you? You know what I mean?
Maybe she thinks he's sexy too.
Well, that's what I mean. Of course, that's like different.
Right?
If I don't know, if I was going to town and the hot delivery guy saw me.
Oh my God, that's so
like
hot.
That's what I mean. But if it was like
I'm not lying. It's
a not
the
hot delivery
idea.
guy, then it's like, eek.
There is porn out there, like delivery guys walking in on like dudes in their robes, but the robes open and they've got like a semi.
Yeah. But I feel like it
I wouldn't do it.
It changes the dynamic when it's not the hot delivery guy.
Yeah, yeah, I would have to say you clearly there's a mutual attraction here, right? So it wouldn't be the same to plan it, and also you have to consider you're on your own turf too. Like that person essentially trespassed, right? To look,
it's not like
so they can't really report you, for masturbating in public. But you've got to kind of be careful about that stuff too, unless you post like an ad on Craigslist that goes like revolving gallery here, walk through one door in my backyard, out through the other one in my backyard, and maybe catch me masturbate.
Yeah, I
please don't post a Craigslist ad.
I wouldn't even know how to go about this, because if you're planning things, you are kind of losing the element of surprise. Like you can still, to an extent, you can be like, obviously I don't want to know you're coming. Right. Right.
Or do I?
Right. I don't know. I don't think I got nothing.
I think the other part of it is too, like, we can't really advise you to do something that could be potentially illegal, right? Because I'm even thinking
because we're not professionals.
I don't know. Like, take this advice at your own risk. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to get in your car. You're going to drive to a parking lot. Go to a Macy's. And you're going to sit in your car with your pants down. You're going to go to town.
That's illegal. It's like not like
you're not going to do that.
Surprise, you're under arrest.
Well, that's what I meant. Like, we weren't going to advise anyone to do anything illegal.
Yeah.
Like, that's how you kind of explore that kink a little bit more. But, the getting caught thing it's hot and it's exhilarating and it's sexy for sure. Just the thought of it to me, like, I could, right? So, no.
No, yeah, not for me. No. I don't think so. I'm all for like, hey, let's go in the dressing room real quick. But it isn't like it's because I'm like, I just want it right now. Yeah. Yeah. And it's not like a risk of getting caught.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think I
would love getting caught.
I don't think I'm coming at it from like, let's get caught. I'm coming at it from like, I'm in the mood right now. Let's go and get this done. But then like the
risque.
Yeah, it's like the risk of getting caught if you're not quick enough or if you're too loud, or like it just, for some reason, it makes it sexier to me.
I'm just like, give me a quickie anywhere, anytime.
Does a quickie exist for women? Is that a valid question? I feel like it
is a valid question.
Okay, go on.
I think it does for some women, but okay. I think I can't even say the majority. For me and a lot of my girlfriends, it's more just like whether I finish or not, it's still hot. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Because it's like the unprompted, just for whatever reason, like I just want you right now, but we only have a minute or two. So, you know what I mean?
Okay. I just think about like any of the times that I've had sex or I've initiated sex where I don't finish, and I'm just like, well, I wasn't worth it. So like,
there definitely is those times, but I think quickies specifically, like I'm in the kitchen cooking and my daughter's in the tub, and it's like, we literally bend over real quick while I'm stirring the noodles.
Huh.
You know what I mean? It's still hot and it's still like, I still love it even if I know that I'm not gonna finish.
I'm wondering in this case if this person knew that this was like a fetish of theirs before this happened.
No, because he said he was surprised by his reaction.
Oh, you did say that. Or I said that.
I was going to say you did say that.
Yeah, outside of like anything, like how else would you get surprised if it's not something that's like more publicly, you know what I mean? Even still, like the only thing I could think about like is putting yourself in situations where you're at risk for getting caught or run in on. And the only way to do that, I think, is to be in some public setting, which is illegal. I
mean, there's also like how do I say this without saying this? I like to be like,
I'm not looking at you so you could say it. Oh, right. I see what you're saying.
Right.
The more aggressive,
but it's like
role play of
with my boyfriend
consent.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's different. Yeah,
like I'm consenting to not consent.
And that I would call that like a type of role play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like come home from work randomly one day and just force me into my bedroom, and
that's so hot.
Right.
I wish my boyfriend would come home and put me in the car and take me to Marshall's.
I thought that's all he did. That came out wrong. Not all he did. I absolutely love Colin. That's not... I meant in like the sexual terms. I thought that was his foreplay.
Which is also very valid. Yes.
But do you know what I mean? Like, I can still set it up where it's like, I know he's going to do this one day, but it's not, I'm not going to know. Is it going to be Wednesday? Is it going to be next Friday? You know what I mean? Like, it's still going to catch me off guard, even though I planned it.
Right. Yeah. It's
but
like
this
it's
is
unwritten
like,
expectation or something like
that. But like, who are you going to plan this with?
The best I could give is like keep masturbating
in your back
sunroom.
Yeah, because if it's not in like direct public view, I'd imagine there's no issues there, right? It's not like you're in your living room facing a main street and Ebony and.
Did you say Ebony?
Yep. I was saying everyone and anybody.
Great.
Can walk by and see you from the street. You know what I mean? If you're like in the back corner of your house and the only way to see you is if they're in your yard, I can't imagine that there's any issues with that. Like, there's no laws that say we have to shut our shades to do our business, right?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I know that there's human decency, and I don't know if they try to use that. Like, close your shades. Like, if you have a party and it's too loud and the cops come by to like shut it down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't use your back door or your backyard would be something different. If you're
not sitting in your living room.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't think that there's anything that anyone can do about that. Like, you're in your privacy. Someone intruded.
Right. You had to go out of your way in my yard to see me.
And so, like, that's why I'm saying, like, my best advice here is keep doing it, hoping that cat gets lost again.
And you know it's going to.
You know.
If she grinned.
If she was, like for it.
But
maybe you won't have to explore this anymore. Maybe you found your match.
No shit.
Right?
Yeah.
I would not advise doing anything specific to target this girl. Just do what you were doing. But other than that, you know what I mean? Like, don't go out of your way to make sure that she'll see you, like, in an alley that she throws her trash out in.
Right. Surprise.
Because that's super creepy.
Let's read the answer because I have no clue.
Dear Eager to Share, I'm tempted to deprive you like you deprived me. What happened after she caught you? We fade out on you coming on yourself, which I guess is cinematic, but too vague an image for my taste. I wish you would have shared your reaction immediately after, since being covered in cum has a way of affecting the dynamic. My desire for this information is not entirely about wanting narrative resolution. I wish I had some indication how she behaved after she caught you and whether she felt skeeved out. I'm not saying that she should have been. Among the first rules of benign trespassing is when you go digging around other people's property, you might just find them jerking off. Can I have that on a fucking
not
bumper
just
sticker?
Jerking off.
Right.
Coming all
like
over
at the
themselves.
end. I just want the full picture of what exactly you're idealizing. It does seem that the implied enjoyment in her staring and wry grin is what rang your bell. So perhaps a masturbation club or party would be a party for you. Okay.
Of course they have those.
Well, yeah.
What in the...
A circle jerk. Yeah. It's going to be a lot easier for you to find a party of this sort that caters to men who want to do this with other men. But there are so-called Jack and Jill parties for a mixed gender clientele. You might find such events, or at least the opportunity to show off your dick-polishing talents in a space for swingers, though navigating a swingers club as a single man can be tough. Of course, if being startled is part of the point, you're not going to be able to coordinate that in its pure form, as being unsuspecting in this context is an impossible thing to cultivate. Roleplay with a game partner, perhaps even this neighbor, if she really did enjoy the discovery so much, is about as close as you're going to get to that ethically. Just something to keep in mind as you pursue this.
Okay. We were close.
Yeah, I like the sex party thing. You know, hearing your reaction, I understand how you didn't come to it. No pun intended again. But I can't believe I didn't think of that. Like, just hit up a sex party where it's like you can role play all the time. But the role play part is what you were hinting at.
But also like a sex party, it's like not as fun because now
You've lost that anticipation of getting caught.
Now
like,
I'm
you
just
know
sitting
you're
in
gonna
the corner checking off.
hoping that someone looks and walks away when I'm about to come.
Like,
Ready for the next one?
I am.
Okay. Hey Biffs, we hope that you enjoyed the Best of the Biffs Part 4, where we revisited episodes 19, 47, 64, and 66. It's always nice to see where our advice started and how we've come along in the last couple of years. As always, you can find the sources for our questions and the link to our episodes in our show notes at illadvisedthepodcast.com. We hope to bring you new episodes relatively soon, so we hope that this tides you over in the meantime. Until then, you're beautiful, you're gorgeous, everything about you is absolutely sexy. And thank you for listening. You've been ill-advised. Ill-Advised is hosted and produced by Stephanie and Ray,
AKA your Biffs.
Send us your questions, your comments, all of your concerns,
And your drink recommendations
to illadvisedthepodcast@gmail.com. You can catch up on all of our episodes and our show notes at illadvisedthepodcast.com.
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at illadvisedthepodcast. And don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe
On Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, or wherever you listen.
You've been ill-advised.